are in the studio. This is my house. You might recognise it. Today we're shooting a lot of stuff from episode 8, so if you've not watched it, I'm not going to give you any spoilers.
It has been over 4 years since the first season of the series released back in 2019, and with the show being as popular as it has become on Netflix, there have been a ton of moments between the large cast that share their stories in being on the show and what it has done for them.
All the shooting different looks that he has throughout the season. He's still wearing visible makeup, but it's not quite as loud as maybe we left him in series 3, because he's gone to a new school and he's not fully sure of what kind of school it's going to be, how accepting they're going to be of everyone. So
today we are going to step into the behind the scenes moments of this 4th and final season of the show. Netflix announced that the series was on pace to have been streamed by over 40 million viewers with its first month of release.
You're back.
Just visiting.
Changed your hair.
Accepted.
Well, how are you? Missed you.
According to Netflix Top 10 global viewership, Sex Education was watched for over 447 million hours in the span of just 1 month.
Of course, we've still got all our faces from Mordell, which we know and love, and seeing how they interact with the new characters and the kind of new conflicts and drama and relationships that brings.
And before we get into more of these moments, some trivia for you. The forest that they filmed in is a famous forest. What other popular movie franchise did this forest appear in? Leave your guesses in the comments down below and stick around till the end of the video to find out if your answer was correct. To recap, Sex Education revolves around Otis, who is raised by his mother, who is a sex therapist. Otis gets persuaded to start a sex clinic in the bathroom of his school as a way to help one of his friends, Mauve, who lives on her own and has little money to her name.
I go back to class.
Yeah.
Have you gone goth cockwriter?
I think you're lost. Pencil box back.
And rehearsal. Okay.
Jean, Otis's mother, joins Mordell as the counselor for a while when Michael is removed as principal and Jean is pregnant by season 2.
So O is a sex therapist at Cavendish, and she's had her therapy clinic for quite a while. She's very personable and I think digs deeper than what people might think of someone. Doesn't take them at face value and really looks to see what is going on.
Hope Hayden becomes the new principal by season 3. Otis and Ruby are messing around in secret, and Otis and Mauve finally get together. In this 4th season, Otis and Mauve run into some roadblocks in the relationship.
we sort of start his makeup as quite colourful, but not quite as bold as where we see him at the end of episode 8, which is this look up here. Don't know if you can see this one.
Wow, yes, baby. You look amazing.
A while ago, there were other cast members, including Mimi Keene, talked about their predictions for season 4 at the time.
We're not finished in school, we still need somewhere to go to school, right? Is that the case? We'll have to either find a new school. Yeah, I suppose we'll need to find a new school. I have no idea. But I hope we carry on all together. I hope we don't all get separated.
Maybe they'll get a job. Maybe they'll do some more adult things. Maybe they'll find a new college to go to.
But real quick, make sure you guys check out our Instagram page linked down in the description. There's a ton of interview moments and memes, so make sure you check it out and give us a follow.
Is it true most of it's filmed in Wales?
Yeah, all of it.
Oh, it's all filmed in Wales,
All
but it
in
looks
South
like it's
Wales.
America somewhere.
It's so beautiful,
mad.
yeah.
It's the power of Netflix as well, isn't it? It's just like a platform like that, it just blows up everywhere. So Series 4 comes out in April. The big news as well is Dan Levy from Schitt's Creek's actually joining the cast. What is it like working with him? Is he as nice as
I didn't have any scenes with him. I was so looking forward. I know, sorry to disappoint. No stories.
As we know now, in the 4th season, the students adjust to the new term at Cavendish Sixth Form College after Moordale Secondary is shut down. Otis competes with a rival sex therapist on campus while juggling his long-distance relationship with Mauve.
Sounds really cliche, but it's like a roller coaster.
Yes.
Because it was really exciting, because obviously we've come in new this year. It's previously been designed by the same person for the first 3 series, so coming in as like a new team, taking on something new is really daunting, but also
exciting.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like a bit like a new chapter.
Asa Butterfield goes onto a podcast at one point and talked about being in this season.
Can you believe the show's success?
When it first came out, it took us all by surprise, I think. I mean, because it's quite a sort of risky show in some ways, and it was kind of treading a bit of new ground, and we didn't expect it to have such a kind of global appeal immediately.
As soon as Sex Education arrived on TV screens, viewers were quick to spot the visually striking fashion and sets, which clearly borrow elements from American high school culture, like varsity jackets and bright yellow lockers.
With that sometimes comes the feeling of, I don't want to say the wrong thing. And so I think Otis sometimes gets himself in a bit of trouble, which is even more annoying because then when he meets me, O seems to say all the right things. And it's really hard to be angry at someone who is kind of right in what they're saying, which I think is really fun to play.
But this is a very intentional decision by writers, with Jean Gillian Anderson, aka sex therapist Jean Milburn, said there's a bit of both worlds, decidedly in the series, and the aim and the hope is that Americans won't notice.
I think he's really found his voice, Otis. Obviously in season 1, no one really knows who he is, he doesn't really know what he wants to do, and then he finds his passion, that being kind of helping people, talking with people, and through that kind of learns a lot about himself.
We even got to hear from the costume designers in explaining what the goal was for the message of the clothes that these characters wear.
this year there's been a lot of like sort of gender fluid storylines and sort of pushing the boundaries and people accepting themselves for, you know, whoever they are. Some of the new characters who are trans and that sort of thing, so he's sort of delving into those storylines and those personal stories.
The final 8 episodes are just as moving as they are entertaining, and the larger-than-life makeup and hair certainly help move the storyline along.
The most sex ed moment for me, anyway, was the fully produced music video with a rap and dildos.
Though the students of Moordale High have always played with color and dabbled with the latest trends, Season 4 sees everyone's favorite characters in the next phase of their lives at Cavendish College.
Felix actually has the letters, the numbers 2001 tattooed on his chest. But obviously that's a bit of giving a game away of how old he is. So we needed to adapt the tattoo that said 2001, and the best way that we could adapt it was to put the 2 into an A and then the 2 zeros into a double B, so that it says Abby.
3 new main characters are responsible for bringing in the bigger, brighter, bolder, more extravagant looks. Emily Bilverstone, the show's hair and makeup department head, said, "Before this, Eric was the only character really experimenting with beauty, and he's met his match with Roman, Abby, and Aisha."
Especially like Roman and Abby, like our 2 trans characters, you know, and they're a couple as well. So we've had fun with kind of a sort of matching stuff with what they wear. Cavendish, it's all about sustainability and repurposing clothes. You know, everything's got a very green outlook to it.
And as far as the answer to our trivia question, another key location in sex education is the Forest of Dean, which is on the borders of Wales and Herefordshire in the United Kingdom. The forest has previously been featured in Harry Potter, Star Wars, and King Arthur.
Obviously his relationship with Maeve is an important aspect, so we see how that develops this season, being in America, which is quite different, long distance relationships. And then him and Eric, you know, they're inseparable, but as with any friendship, there can be cracks, so it's interesting to see how that plays out this season.
But we wanted to turn this around to you guys. What were your thoughts on this, and do you wish they renewed the series for a 5th season? Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications on for more videos just like this. That's it for today though. We'll see you all next time with a brand new video. Bye guys.
The logistics part of it is tricky. Like the next week that we've got, you know, most of the days we're shooting 2 separate units, 2 different locations. No day is the same. You know, as I said, we've always got, at any given sort of day of the week, I've got some of my team out prepping or striking a location elsewhere, while we have got probably 1 or 2 locations being filmed at.